Okay, let's see the envelope follower. So, the envelope follower or the diagram. So, one of the most important one is out in seconds. Why? Because here I compress a lot. So I have 3 to 4 dB, 5 dB gain reduction. But I have no volume compensation. So what I can do is I say, make me, for example, 2 seconds average volume. And now what you will see is uh, the output will go upper because it tries to join the input. So if I put here 0, the output will be equal to the input. You can see the green part is the amplification based on 1. If it's in the middle, it's an amplification of 1. So you see that for 3 to 5 decibel, it's pretty 2 times. And you can see that the green part is the direct amplification. So the better thing is 1 or 2 seconds, it's up to you. And now, if I want to compensate, I can use the makeup, but it will be inside the clipper, or the output delay. So when I output, the goal is to join the green part so that it goes to the middle. So the compensation will be an average of 1. And here, for example, I know I have 3 to 5 dB reduction, so I know it's between 3 and 4. And here I see the line is pretty close to the blink line. I can do 4. 3.9. It depends on the time, so you see it's not an exact science. So you understand that out influenced by the in. And you can see on the diagram, the input that is taken is the very original input, and the output that is taken is the original one. If I use sidechain, I don't have a good example of one, but the sidechain will influence the input if I use input the sidechain. There is an output by sidechain, and you can see it's the last one in the diagram. And I will say the more dangerous is the input by output. The output that is taken is the original one, and the input will be modified after the input to sidechain. But I put here a letter to say, be aware that the input used by the calculation is the original input. So it's not the input after the sidechain. It's done after the input to sidechain, but the input used is the original input. And the other thing you have to know, because you will see later, but basically you can have a band selection for the input if you want to put in detector. You have a band selection for the output if you want to target a band for the compressor. And by default, the band splitter is a liquid relay filter that have no latency. But here you have the filter taps, and if I use another filter taps, it's the number of filter taps, it will produce latency. And as the output used to make the input influence is based on the last output sample. If I have latency, the use of in to out has no sense anymore. It will work technically, but it will be, in French, we say n'importe quoi. So it's why I say don't use this parameter in conjunction with the finite impulse response filter because of output latency. And voila. So I think now you have a pretty clear compression of the input-output diagram with all the volume compensation that you do. Thank you.